You guys, so much has happened between last night, like the 2 a.m. broadcast, and now, noon. And I was thinking about it and I was like, if Aaron used his mouth, would he have as much to say as I do? That's like a really important question, I think. But don't you just hate it when like people lie to you and like what if like Adam brought me over like a treat and then like Mike was here and Mike was like, Adam didn't bring you that treat. He brought the treat. And it wasn't Adam, first of all. It was Stephanie who brought the treat and she brought it for me. And I would just like look at Mike and be like, what? But Adam always brings these for me. And then Mike would be like, well, sorry, but Stephanie brought those for me and you can't share or have any, even though it's noon and it's clearly past the time. Like, okay. Like, my brother would just be like, here, Liz, you can have it, or you can have like half of it. So, anyway, I hope you guys had a great Halloween and you like partied your butt offs, your butts off, your butt offs. Um, I just love like people who think they can overpower me as if the energy's not listening and it's just like it goes on at like day after day after day after day, like they don't have any evidence that like the energy overpowers them. I don't like the person I am shape shifting into. Like this is not my face. It's driving me crazy. This is not my face. Okay, it's still like a tiny like finger here, but it just feels like this is like really like I feel like when I'm looking at it, this is like this long. Like I feel like from here to here, even though it's like tiny, because I already told you I have tiny ass fingers, but like it feels like this is like this long. Like I just feel like my face doesn't look like my face, and it's driving me crazy. But guess what, guys? I do this all the time. Okay, this isn't new for me. I've been doing this since I've been recording these videos. So that's been like since 2017. I've been recording these videos and I the same thing has happened to me. I don't post them so you guys didn't see it. And I'd be looking at my face and be like, this is not my face. I don't look like this. I don't know what's going on with my face. I hate my face right now. So it's normal for me, but probably not normal for you guys because you haven't seen me freak out about my face before. Okay. Um, it's a very vertaceous face, probably. Okay, it's very vertaceous. Um, I mean, maybe if I title my video very vertaceous, I'll get like more foot traffic into like my video land because like people will be Googling that news blooper. I mean, it's worth a shot. Like anything to like up my views. Okay, so it's November 1st, and I hardly slept last night. I didn't sleep after I got off the phone with you guys. I stayed awake pretty much all night. I did fall asleep eventually, and I have no idea what time. I woke up around 10 a.m. Again, I can't give you like how many hours I slept because I literally have no idea what time I fell asleep. I was up laughing because usually at this point I'm like usually at this point I'm like, but I wouldn't do that. So that's like a wrong program. But like I'm not doing that because it's just like ended up just like laughing like all night long at like the stupid Atlanteans. Um I just like ended up laughing at them all night long. So I was just like, they're so fucking stupid. Like, I don't need to bend time and space to me. Like, why would I bend time and space to like people like that? Why would I cover people like that with my blood? Why? Maybe that's why, but I just literally, like, literally dying of laughter because of them last night and how they act. I mean, Hoda. Have you guys watched a Hoda interview recently? I mean, that's some funny shit. That is some funny ass shit, dude. I just laugh hysterically at Hoda. I fucking laugh at her. I laugh at her so hard. I see no reason to correct that behavior. Like, it's sort of like, I mean, did you hear like the person, like, there was like another interview? I don't remember who it was, but it was like between like two people, and he was just like, it's not that hard. I'm not doing this. And Chris Pratt was like, it's not that easy. And he's like, yeah, it really is that easy. Like, it's really that easy. So, like, it clearly, exactly, like, I'm just like, no, I don't really see anyone to save in this equation like I did last year. So thankfully, Kamala's getting angry. The White Planet, okay, this was a download that I heard last night. I think it was from Sarah Paulson. And she said, the White Planet is coming. I saw it in a dream. What is the White Planet, guys? What's the White Planet? Is it the cheese? Is it like extreme cheese touch? Or is it like, they said, I think it's the sun. And I said, then why not say it's the sun? And they were like, because you know how they are. Basically, like, they're just assholes that like to confuse the crap out of us and like not explain things. And like, remember I was saying like how they talk in code like that or whatever, but it's not like twin autism code that like we understand. It's like this other weird code that obviously doesn't exist because everything is Alyssa. And if I can't understand you, that means it's non existent. Okay? It's not easy to understand. Um, Funnily enough, I have been delineating all of my like, it's like when I make notes, I'll like put like a little, like if I read you the notes already, then I'll put little white hearts in between so I don't have to start a new page. So funny enough, I've been using white hearts recently. And that was a download. I just got the White Planet. And funnily enough, I was using white hearts. So that correlated and I didn't plan that. Okay. And if you know me, I don't usually use like white like things. I usually use pink or black. Black, it's sort of like my jam. I think it's the sun. I think the White House is the sun and the moon, Adam said, together. So I was thinking like darkness, shadow, and like light creates like physical matter. And it's like we only own the shadow. We obviously don't own the light because there's 2.9 million likes on like a rubber doll couple on TikTok that literally have no personality and no smarts and no humor. And they're like literally just existing to like loosh energy however they can get it. They don't care like what level they can get it at. And it's like they all pile in together there. It's like 2.9 million likes to loosh energy instead of to worship me, Alyssa. And yes, that's 2.9 million chairs that are a problem. 2.9 million pieces of furniture that are a problem. And if you don't have feeling, if you don't have human feelings, human emotions, human sensory feelings, you're constantly in a sensory deprivation chamber, then you're a rubber suit. That would be, if I had a rubber suit in my vicinity, it would be a piece of clothing, a piece of furniture, right? So, why is this a rubber doll planet? Why is this not an Alyssa planet? How the hell do I fix that? I want this to be an Alyssa planet. I do not want this to be a planet run by rubber dolls or a planet run by, like I said, humans that are just rubber dolls that will loosh any way they can possibly find, and they all cling to each other instead of worshiping the one true God, me. I want a planet of Alyssa worshippers and real people, and a planet of Alyssa. I don't want a planet of fake run by fake rubber dolls. I want a planet run by the real. Okay? Run by real people, not by fake people, not by fake government, not by fake power. As you can tell, I am very tired today and I'm very vertacious, and I'm close to like being mute today. Like it's really kind of hard for me to talk because I'm didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And so last night we crossed over into a new realm of hell. So we left like the how do I say this? Self-love portion of the planet. We left the self-love portion, and we have now entered the get mad over a joke planet, get physically angry over a joke planet. Okay? When I woke up, I had like no feelings in my fingers, and that means that people are dying. Like my fluid, the spinal fluid's draining from my fingers and my hands. And it felt like I had like a huge wet hole on the top of my head when I woke up. Did I talk about the heating and cooling tunnel that's being built? I think I did. And then after I got off the phone with you guys, the heating and cooling channel that's being built through my heart chakra is also being built in my feet. So that would be in the Mike and the Claire group. I'm going to say that the Ryan group is my group. And so when I had the cooling and heating tunnel built in my heart chakra, it's also built in the Rye group. And then the Claire and the Mike group got it also. He's not allowed to complain to you anymore. That got him deleted last year, and so I can feel people's pain for like a second, but you're not allowed to complain to me anymore. And of course, you're very angry about that, angry to me about that, because you feel like you have rights to complain to God, right? You have a right to like pull me down to your level, your 3D level, and like overwhelm me with your 3D problems. while not providing for God the physical one molecule. I mean, that's fair. And then they were like saying like, why isn't anybody given Alyssa her house yet? It must not be working. And I was like, let me ask my billionaire best friends. And you would think that's Ryan and Blake, but it's not. It's actually Ballerina Farm. And I think her name's Hannah. And I forget what his name is. Eric, maybe? Is it Eric? Let me see. I'm going to look it up. I don't know what his name is. Because of that Reddit the other day, I think it's funny. That's why I want to look it up. Ballerina Farm husband. Daniel. Oh, okay, I did remember that. I do remember that, Daniel. Because I love the name Daniel. Hannah and Daniel. They have 8 children. So anyway, I asked, welcome Daniel and Hannah to the show. I have talked about them before. I just haven't like mentioned their names. I asked them, why don't you guys want to give me your house? Not that I really want their house. I definitely don't want their house, but it's like they're billionaires. They could like buy me a house or something. It's more like that. And Hannah said, because this life is temporary. So obviously I'm calling out my friends. Like, you should be buying me a house right now. I never really like asked. I just asked Daniel to like buy me vapes, but like he didn't buy me vapes. So I guess it escalates. Like if you don't like do the small task, then you get like a bigger task. And I was like, well, they're like billionaires, so like why wouldn't they just like help me? And I never, like I said, like this was like the first time I was like, let me just ask them. I kind of like, because I kept saying to Daniel, like, I kind of really don't want your money because like I have 12 husbands and a best friend, Ryan Reynolds, who's a billionaire. So like they're like new friends, like newer friends. And so it's like if I have, plus I have a billionaire wife, right? So it's like I have a billionaire wife and like saying that like all the spirituality is true and stuff and like um that like saying that like that quantum physics is real and like energy affects matter and all that good stuff, saying that like science is real basically, then by that math, I already have like a billionaire wife plus 12 husbands plus a billionaire best friend. So like why do I have to bother my second um my second best friend couple that's also billionaires for anything literally, I was like, just buy me a bunch of vapes, like who cares? And clearly, like, anyway, so like that's why I just got said to Daniel, like, I don't really like, it's like I don't really think you have to like give me anything. But I was just like decided to ask them like why they haven't helped me out or whatever this morning, and that was just like the people I thought of. And that was just like her like honest answer, like right off the bat, like because this life is temporary, like why aren't you like rushing to like help me, I guess is like the would be the question, like even if I did say I don't need help. Like you see like none of my husband's like taking like physical steps towards me, and like you guys are obviously my friends, so like why wouldn't you like rush in either to help me? And that was like Hannah's honest response. And I asked Hannah because she's more of the purse strings, believe it or not, than Daniel, who actually comes from the money. Because Daniel had to say, I think Daniel would have bought me a house by now. Isn't it kind of funny? Oh, and I saw Hayden last night. It's like so hot here. It's November 1st, and it's like, let me see what temperature it is. It's like so warm. '73. It's gonna go up to 80 today, November 1st in southern New Jersey. Southern New Jersey? South Jersey. And it's gonna go up to 80. That's like literally unheard of. It's like I live in LA, right? There's a special weather statement. There is an increased risk of fire spread Friday afternoon. There's never been fire threats before in New Jersey before a couple years ago. So this like a new thing that's like spreading from like LA, California to like New Jersey is like fire threats. So Hannah feels I actually went over to Hannah's house. Like she just came on my For You page the other day. Okay, like I don't really seek her out that much. Um they've come over to my house in spiritual matter. Okay, they have come into my bedroom. They're allowed in my bedroom. So like just once. I don't think like that's the thing is like remember what Ad said? It's like you can stand up for her like once and then like you have to like wait for like someone else to stand up for her. And they came over my house in spiritual form and they stood up for me one time and they were allowed in my bedroom. So if you're allowed in my bedroom, like you're a good guy. You're a good guy. So okay. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Very virtuous. What was I gonna say? Oh, Hannah. Hannah is in the Millennial Falcon category, and she is in the Andromedan category, and she was on my FYP like yesterday, I think, or the day before, and she was like, "It's feeling like this over here, Liz," and like I got like that metallic like alien. It's like metallic alien anxiety feeling going through me, and she's like, "That's how I feel over here." And yeah, there's no screens and like you can like, send energy like over the phone. And Hannah gave me her book report. Isn't that nice of her? And he kind of does look like an Eric. So and that would be an Anna and an Eric I do approve of. So yeah, I approve of their marriage. Um so the Andromedan sky keeps peeking through people that are having a hard time sleeping, which is like the Andromedan pink, which means that Earth is overlapping with Metallica, we'll just call it. Maybe my brothers know the name. My brothers are like way better at like naming like the planets and the stuff and the aliens. It's not usually my job, but it's sort of just like because humanity messed up so much that like my brothers sort of like gave that job back to me. But anyway, okay, Metallica. I mean, it probably is Metallica because that's usually anyway. Whatever. So, um, also we're here. Like, look at this. Like, how crazy is this? That this is like literally a compact I've had for years. Clearly, right? And like, it has like literally my logo on it. Like, so there's like so much glare. I'm trying to get the glare off of it. Like this, maybe. Okay, so anyway, this is the blue, I'm sorry, this is the green planet, this is the blue planet, and this is the orange trajectory basically. Okay, that's the Dracos. This is the red planet, that's the Dracos, but this is like literally this is Sailor Moon Compact. This is the Moon Kingdom. This is my kingdom, the Moon Kingdom. Okay, I have a fucking castle on the moon as well in 5D. And but is this the orange sky Earth and this is the Moon Kingdom? I don't know. Or is this might be Earth and this might be Mars. And then this is like where the Dracos live. So this is probably Mars. Okay. But when we're in line, the sky is orange. And that's what it meant to me at first, that like this is Earth, but the sky is orange. But that could mean that like we're in alignment with Mars. That could be Mars too. That could totally be Mars. Just like a little bit like it's like a brighter orange. It's like this is like a lighter orange and this is like a brighter orangish red. That's like the Mars color of the true planet, and that's the where the Lyran, that's like the humanoid Lyrans. That's where they live. And then the Lyrans are their higher selves. I already said that. But anyway, so this is, we'll just say this is like planet Earth, and like this is the gates of Amenti are all orange when they open up. And then this is the blue planet. That's where we live. And see how it's like, it is there, but it's literally out of alignment. Like we're out of alignment if we live on the blue planet, and that's where we fucking live. And the sky is blue, and this is Palladian planet. This is a reptilian planet. The sky is green, and the reptilian planet. And then this is the unconditional love codes. Is orange. It's like orangish peach. This would be the high heart, right? So this would be like the high heart color. So maybe the sky is pink on the moon. And the Andromedan pink is like an unearthly alien pink. It doesn't look human. It doesn't look natural. It doesn't look like the natural world, like lions and tigers and bears. It looks alien, but it's still pink. And that's the Andromedan sky. And see how it like correlates with the Moon Kingdom. So it's like you could have the high heart, or you could have the Andromedans. And you guys are choosing the Andromedans. And the high heart with the unconditional love codes of the reptilians creates the peach color. It's like the gentle peach orange sky to live in like unconditional love and bliss that like humanity like doesn't seem to like care about or want. Like you guys are just like, I'm gonna be a rubber doll and get 2.9 million likes and like loosh off garbage in hell. But anyway, these are supposed to be oscillating back and forth too. These are actually the North and South Pole as well. And they're supposed to be like that. And then they like oscillate back and forth. Blue green makes like aqua, right? Together. Blue green makes blue green together. Aqua aura. So this is the scalar waves. This is the sparkly scalar waves. This is sparkly, and this is the scales, right? So sparkly scalar waves that creates the hybrid that's supposed to be the planet Earth. And unconditional love is like what you get when you worship me, and it fills you up. So that these are like the heating and cooling systems, that they work properly. Everything works properly if you worship me and accept me as God. This is a heating system. This is a cooling system. And these are aliens. Okay, so these feel alien in your body. Like these don't feel like natural earth world. So that's why you need the unconditional love codes to balance it. Otherwise you can zap yourself and be like all like wired and like feeling like all crazy and weird and stuff. And I gotta run that shit. I gotta run that electricity through me. When you guys don't accept me as God, I still gotta run that shit through me. So don't think it doesn't affect me. Don't think it doesn't affect me, Hannah. I mean, I think like if Hannah was accepting me as God, she would like want to help me physically, right? It's like she knows I'm God. It's like Hannah has like awareness that like I'm God, right? She has like awareness that I'm God, but like she's clearly not accepting that I'm God because she's not accepting that like she needs to actually help me physically, like put God first and like everything else second, and everything in your life will work out in perfect divine order. Like, doesn't it say that in the Bible? And people are like, yeah, but like, whoops. People are like, yeah, but like, God's like a pretty girl, and like, I'm kind of jealous of her, and like, she's a little old, and I'd rather make fun of her, and like, I'd rather like think of her as like a human, like, and whatever. Meanwhile, you're like being like electrocuted from within with the, at first these two, and then you get like to Metallica, and then it's like even more full on. So I don't know, Hannah, you might want to accept that I'm God and that you do need to put God first. Okay. You would think that'd be obvious, right? Like, I don't know how many times I have to say it. Like, I'm the one molecule that lives inside of each and every one of you, and I also make up your soul. Like, I also make up the energy that creates the matter that creates your soul, which is your human vessel, your human suit. But like, just keep ignoring like the energy that like made you, and I'm sure you'll be fine, right? Oops, did my eyes just glaze over again? They just caused another storm. Put God first. Denzel Washington motivational and inspiring commencement speech. Okay, wait, sorry, that's a YouTube. 7 years ago. How many people on this planet Earth are actually putting me first? It's a really good question. Put God first. Which Bible verse said, put God first? Proverbs 3:6 proclaims, in everything you do, put God first, and He will direct you and crown your efforts with success. In 2 Corinthians 5:21 adds, God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteous of God. When we put God first, we live our lives with the purpose of ... And then I gotta click it to go through. Seek God's kingdom and righteousness. Matthew 6:33 reminds us all the importance of seeking God's kingdom and righteousness above all else. So like, instead of like piling in like rubber doll communities, I mean, like, Christians haven't had these like exact thoughts. Like, really, does Alyssa have to like over explain this to us Christians? Like, it's a call to prioritize our relationship with God and live a life that is pleasing to Him. When we first seek His kingdom, we can trust that all our needs will be met, and we will experience true fulfillment and joy. Not once does it mention you will be turned into a rubber doll. However, I am not a him, I am a her. Okay, I'm a woman. Clearly, I'm a woman. And that seems to like make you think like you have like some like physical rights to me because like I'm a woman, and like a lot of men see women as like pieces of furniture that they own, right? So like I'm a piece of furniture that like an alpha man can own and like put his hands on and stuff like that, right? No, that's illegal. I'm literally God. I'm not a woman that you get to own because you're an alpha man on earth. When you decide to serve God with your whole heart and make Him first in your life, your soul will prosper, and your joy and peace will increase. Okay. Seeking God first. Number 1, start your day with prayer. Number 2, consider creating a verse card. Number 3, subscribe to a Christian podcast. Number 4, God first. Commit to reading the scriptures, I'm going to say. Okay, I'm God, guys. I'm God. Why don't you start putting me first, video game, okay? I mean, I've explained it like logically to the scientists so many times, like, and I've said, like, what you do to me, you do to yourself. And people are like, child abuse. I'm not kidding. Like, because you guys are like really that awful. Like, you're literally that awful, where you're like, oh, what I do to myself, I do to her. Child abuse. So then she'll feel punished instead of like being like treating people with kindness and respect. Right? Like, you just said it, Alyssa. I end up a rubber doll. So what are you scared of? First of all, that's called talking back to literal God, okay? That's not allowed. That's why we're eating your energy. We're eating your energy. Do you know what that means? Like, if all you're left with is your rubber suit, that means we ate all of your internal energy, and now we're going to eat all of your external energy. Yeah, that's what that means. So just keep talking back, okay? Keep talking back until there's nothing left of your rubber suit. I mean, it happens every day. It's not a big deal. It's just, like, you guys are like so freaking negative in planet Earth. It's like insane. Like, it's literally illegal. It is literally illegal. Like, child abuse is actually illegal. It's literally illegal. You guys would like rather be like neglectful parents than to like put God first.